Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video, and today we're going to do my AEW All-In London predictions for this coming Saturday, August 25th, live on pay-per-view from Wembley Stadium. So let's get this underway, shall we? We've got 10 predictions to go through, 10 matches to go through, so let's do some predicting. Buckle up, let's predict some matches, shall we? First match, we have the pre-show. We have Willow Nightingale teaming up with Ishii to team up against Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway. This is the pre-show match where when the winning team gets to pick the stipulation for Willow versus Chris Statlander for All Out on September 7th, 2 weeks later. I'm going to go with Willow Nightingale and Ishii on this one. It's a babyface match, and look who's on the male side. You got Stokely Hathaway, who's really a manager, a comedy manager, and you got the big pitbull, Stone Pitbull himself, Ishii. So I think it's going to be a squash job right there, and I think Ishii and Willow will pick up the win going into All Out season. Next matchup, we have the main card. We have the AEW Women's World Championship. We have Timeless Toni Storm defending her Women's World Championship against that dastardly former protege of hers, Mariah May, the winner of the Owen Hart Cup. So this has been building up for quite a while now. Mariah May was the student of Toni Storm, and then she turned on her and bloodied her up. So this is kind of a personal feud going into it, a blood feud. I'm picking Mariah May to pick up the victory, to beat the student, will beat the teacher, and Timeless Toni Storm will be no more. Oh, it's so sad. Anyway. I'm going to go with Mariah May to pick up the victory over Timeless Toni Storm. Next matchup, we have the AEW American Championship on the line as the AEW American Champion, MJF, defends the championship against England's own Will Ospreay. I'm going to go with Will Ospreay to win the American Championship and then turn it back into the International Championship. I think it's going to be some good heat for MJF. I've seen him on a couple of YouTube videos here in the UK, like with Cultaholic and Wrestle Talk over the past couple of weeks. So, it is what it is. But I think he's been doing some good stuff over here in the UK. But I think he will lose the championship to Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay will bring back the International Championship. Next up, we have a coffin match. In 6 days. 5 days, whatever you want to call it. We have Darby Allin trying to take back the TNT Championship as he takes on Jack Perry in a coffin match for the TNT title. I'm going to go with the champion Jack Perry to retain. I love Darby Allin, but I think he needs to move on from the TNT Championship picture because if he wins it this time, I think it's his third title reign if he wins this. I feel like there's a couple of people in the mid-card that need to get out of their title divisions that they're in. There's another one coming up as well, which we'll get to. But yeah, I think Darby needs to get out of the TNT title picture. I don't know. I just think he needs to do something else rather than the TNT title picture. I just feel like it's a step back for Darby Allin. I've been enjoying the feud with him and Jack Perry, but I think Jack Perry needs it more over Darby Allin. I think Jack Perry retains. Next matchup, we have Mercedes Moné defending her TBS Women's Championship against the Doctor in the house, Dr. Britt Baker. I am going to go with Mercedes Moné to retain. It should be a fantastic match. I love these two women. I think they're awesome. And it should be a fantastic matchup. Mercedes Moné to pick up the victory. And we move on to the next matchup. We have the Casino Gauntlet matchup. There's only one participant right now that's being announced for this match, and he's entered at number 1, and that is Orange Cassidy. I don't know about this one. I don't really know who's going to be in it, who's not going to be in it. So for right now, I'm going to pick Orange Cassidy because I feel like him versus either Danielson or Swerve for All Out. It's a very easy main event for All Out. But, Orange Cassidy main evented. He stepped up last year at All Out and took on Jon Moxley at, for the International Championship. And, Orange Cassidy going for the World Championship 1 year later at All Out. I think that's a pretty cool story to tell. If that goes that way, that's my pick, Orange Cassidy, to pick up the victory. Next matchup, we have the last chance match for the FTW Championship. We have Le Champion himself, the Learning Trees, Chris Jericho, defending his championship against the former champ Hook in a last chance match where if Hook loses, he can no longer challenge for the FTW Championship as long as Jericho is champion. This is the match I was talking about people staying in their divisions and needing to move on. I think Hook needs to lose because I'm just kind of sick and tired of Hook going for the FTW title. I think Hook needs to move on and go for another championship. So I'm going to go with Chris Jericho to retain, and we can move on to the next matchup. I would love it. I would actually prefer if Hook wins this match and then just retires gives it back to his dad, Taz, and, just retires the FTW Championship. But I just don't see that happening. And I just don't want to see Hook this time next year when they do whatever show, when all in Texas or wherever they're going next year. I just don't want to see Hook going for the TNT title, the FTW title once again. So I would like to see Hook move on to something bigger and better than the FTW title. No disrespect to Taz, but Hook's been either champion or challenging for the belt the last 2 years around this time period. So let's move Hook on. Let's have Jericho win this, and let's move on to the next matchup. We have the next matchup. We have the Young Bucks defending those tag team titles finally against FTR and the Acclaimed. I'm going to go with the Young Bucks to retain. FTR and the Acclaimed are going to signal each other out, and the Young Bucks are going to pick up the pieces and pick up the win. There you go. There's my pick. I don't really care too much about this match. It is what it is. Next matchup, we have the Fatal 4-Way London ladder match for the trios tag team titles. Right now, we only have 3 teams in that match. The 4th team will be announced on Collision, which is happening Saturday or Friday, one of the 2 days. Because the pay-per-view is on Saturday, so I guess the Collision will be early, like a Friday or something. So I'm going to go with, so we got Christian's lot of the Patriarchy, Christian, Killswitch, and Nick Wayne, taking on the Bang Bang Gang, taking on the House of Black, taking on a wild card team who will be decided on Collision this week, in a 4-way ladder match, trios match. Should be fun, gets a lot of people on the show. I'm going to go with Christian's lot to retain the trios titles because, they're doing some good stuff with it, and I just don't see them losing the titles anytime soon. And then that brings us to the main event of the evening, which is these two right here. We have Swerve Strickland, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, defending his title against Bryan Danielson in potentially his last match. This one's been a very weird build. I haven't really cared too much about the build. The match is gonna be a banger and awesome stuff, but I just haven't really been into the whole build thing, where Danielson doesn't really seem to care about losing, retiring, whatever. It's like, it is what it is. I would have preferred Hangman to face Swerve, but the reports out there that Swerve and Hangman are going to be doing it later down the line, maybe All Out. So who knows? Anyway, my pick is of course this guy right here. I'm going to go with Bryan Danielson to win the championship in Wembley Arena. I think that's probably something that Tony Khan would like him to do, especially with like Sting's retirement early this year. I think Danielson gets a big moment where he wins the title in Wembley Stadium. I feel bad for Swerve. I would love Swerve to retain and go on another couple of months with the championship, but I just don't see it happening, which is a shame because I love Swerve. I love Swerve as champion. And, it is what it is. I'm going to go with Bryan Danielson to pick up the win. And I think Bryan Danielson versus Orange Cassidy will be a fun main event for All Out. But not the kind of match I'd kind of like, oh my god, I'm eager to see. But, it is what it is. It's when that kind of stuff that happens every now and then when you're doing multiple pay-per-views a year, and sometimes some things just don't stick or just don't land, and you just don't feel the build, or you just don't feel the hype. It should be a fun match. It'll be a fun pay-per-view. We're looking forward to it, and hopefully it's good. Hopefully it lives up to expectations. Hopefully it's as better as last year's thingy. This week alone, this week is it's going to be an emotional week, knowing that what happened 1 year ago with Bray. But it is what it is. I don't want to get too sober or think about it too much. But So and also with what happened with Punk last year, All In. Hopefully, there's no backstage bullshit this year. Hopefully, come on AEW, I'm begging you. Come on, we've got 2 years. We've had 2 years of this bullshit. No more backstage drama. Let's have a fun pay-per-view. There's my predictions, guys. Sorry for the rambling. I just went on one. Anyway, that's going to be it now, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Tell me what your predictions are if you want me to. If you want to, you don't even have to. I'm not forcing you or anything. Have a nice day, guys. Enjoy the show on Saturday. Enjoy all the shows, the TV shows that are happening midweek: NXT, Dynamite, Impact, SmackDown, Rampage. If you watch that, Collision, and blah 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 blah, and the rest is history. Anyway, until then, guys, I'll be off now. Have a nice day, and I'm out.